Hey team, welcome and come on into the madness. It's fall 10 of year 1 and we've got a lot to do. I checked my hay levels and then got started on the pig farm layout. I'll pop the picture up again so you can see what I was going for with the layout of the pig farm. I talked about this in the last episode. This was made with Stardew Planner, so it's a website that you can find online. I've got more details in the previous episode about that. After smelting a little bit, I put some community center items in. And then I made some torches and worked some more on the pens. Gotta beautify it, you know? The torches obviously help with seeing at night, and also, you know that I like to decorate my Stardew farm. I'm working with hardwood because I don't want the fences breaking down on me for a long time. Hardwood will ensure that I've got them up for a couple of years. The next day I did a little walk around. The pumpkins are growing nicely. There they are, my huge fields of pumpkins. I love them. Then I chopped down some trees. Just a few, not the entire forest this time. I went to Clint's and sold some bars. Couple of gold and 20 iridium bars I sold. And then I went to the community center to finally pop in the cockle. Usually that's an item that you find in winter, but I had found it in fall, so I can go ahead and finish that. And I got hung up on Demetrius. Get out of my way. And then I bought some wood. And I destroyed the coop. No more coop. Bye-bye. So I moved the barn up a little bit because I had realized that it was stupid to have those fences because the barn itself can act like a fence. It just takes up more room to have that many fences everywhere. So I will deal with that later, and then I went ahead and made another barn. Alright, so here I am gathering a whole bunch of pine cone seeds. It was clear to me that wood and stone was going to be a big problem, except with stone I was mining so much, so I had a decent amount of that, but I was going through wood super quickly. So I made a tree farm. So the ones on that map I will fertilize, but over at the train station, I'll just pop up as many as I can. And I put them in a pattern again, like I usually do. Okay, little side quest here where my son wanted me to go to the spa super bad. So, okay, we'll do that. And we'll get some more energy while we're there. Had a really good time in the pool. It was a good little dip in the spa. And it makes him happy. So there I just fertilized a bunch of those trees. And I finished out making the tree farm at the train station area. I fully intended to chop them for wood, but we'll see what happens. If you watched my other series, you know how I love to forget about the tree farm. Checking on what I need for the community center yet. So not missing a ton of stuff, but I am missing some still. I went over to the traveling cart lady to see if I could get what I needed. And then I harvested hardwood. But like I've said before, I do try to go to the secret woods every day for those stumps. After a quick little drop off at the community center, I went to the desert and went into the skull cavern, as I do so much these days. It's going pretty good. Not a super lucky day, so, you know. Oh, there's a hole. Whenever I come across these treasure levels, I always mine the rocks because sometimes there's shafts instead of ladders. I got some life elixirs. That's not auto petters, unfortunately. I made it down to level 57. And here I am killing some monsters. And then when this monster surge, the screen turns all foggy and a whole bunch of flying monsters spawn, I was like, nah man, I don't want to deal with this. And so I didn't. The next morning, it's wine day. I've got some bars to pick up. So I harvested the kegs and put more melons in them. I sold some to Pierre and kept one for the community center. I waited for about 2 seconds for the area to clear out, and then decided that I don't care who sees me take the trash. Chop down some trees. How dare they grow? Actually, I really need them to grow because I need all the wood. And finally, I have unlocked the other beach area. It's kind of late in the game, but that's okay. And I do need these coral. Another side quest here. This time I'm catching the angler. So my son really wanted me to catch one of the legendary, and it's fall, so I was like, alright, I'll go for the angler. And then I went into the mines for the stonefish, because I might as well keep going. There it is. I would have liked to get the ice pip too, but it wasn't happening and it got too late, so no ice pip today. I passed out right in front of my front door. Super close, but not quite. And Harvey billed me for that, 1,000 gold, but whatever. Doesn't matter at this point. The cart lady had some cheese that I wanted. But the goat milk is just a regular goat milk. It's not the large one, so I don't want that. Quickly, I made a stop to get some fish while waiting for Marnie to open. When she was open, I got a couple of cows. I'm essentially just doing this to finish the community center and have some milk on hand for whatever I might need in the future for recipes or whatever. Mostly for cooking. So there we go, 2 cows. Can't buy anything else though. At Pierre's, I bought some pumpkin seeds. A lot of them. I spent all my money at Pierre's, but then I had sold some things, so I was able to build the big barn upgrade. And here I am harvesting the pumpkins. In this speed up, you can see that I'm holding the seeds and harvesting at the same time. That way you do both at the same time, harvest and plant seeds. I figured it was a bit slower though, so I switched back to the other way, harvesting all at once and then planting all at once. I have After that was all finished, I went back to the community center to add a couple of things to finish the fall prop bundle. And then off to bed. The next day, you can see that I've got oak resin to gather, and I gotta start taking care of my cows, which means feeding them every day. I picked these pumpkins using the auto seeding method because there's just a few of them there, so I might as well just do it that way. After finishing up that big pumpkin field, I have apples and pomegranates that I can start collecting daily now. I made some kegs, and I placed those in the shed as well. Marnie wasn't in her store, so I stalked her in town. By all means, Marnie, move at a glacial pace. I followed her all the way home, and then she didn't even go to her till, and I was pretty pissed. I put the apple and the pomegranate in the community center to finish that bundle, and then I went back to the skull cavern. This is a lot of mummies. Look at that. I don't know that I've ever seen that many mummies on one level before. And it's also going to sound really cool when I blow them up. Does it sound a little bit different on Xbox than it does on PC? If you've watched my V1.6, I blow up mummies on that too. It sounds a little bit different in that one. Good night. Mid-fall, so on the 16th, it's the Stardew Valley Fair. Yay! I put all my Grange items in. What a lovely display. Sure to be a winner, right? I mean, Pierre's looks pretty good too. They all do. Marnie's and Willie too. Alright, so yes, I am ready to start. And then I hid behind Pierre. And I also hid behind Willie. While creepily watching Lewis. Why? I don't know. To entertain myself. It's ready. Congratulations, you won first place. Oh my gosh, I won? That's so unexpected. So I took all my items out, and then I went over to the gambling dude, and I placed everything on green. So green wins 80% of the time, so we're pretty safe on that bet. And that is terrible advice and only applies to the game. But behold, after betting 1,000 on green a couple of times, I have tripled my money. Thank you, gambling dude. How does he ever make money if people have figured this out? I'll never know. And now I can buy a star drop. My maximum HP has increased. You found a star drop. It's strange, but the taste reminds you of fish tanks. My son's favorite thing in the game. He didn't know we'd be eating it. That evening, I went and chopped down a bunch of those trees that I had planted in this area of the map. Before going to bed. The next morning, I went over to Marnie and bought a goat for the goat milk. Because I need a large goat milk for the community center. I don't care what it's named. But the idea of naming over 300 pigs is overwhelming. I'm going to go with the auto-generated names. Went over to Robin for some more wood. And so far, I am remembering about my tree farm. I didn't have any money, so I sold a iridium bar so that I could open some geodes. And then I opened a ton of geodes. Look, I've got 99 omni geodes. That's insane. So I just sat here and opened them and sold the ones that I'd already donated and opened some more. Over and over and over. And then I go over to Gunther and donate whatever I can. And it goes back and forth like that. After that fun little adventure, I go back to the desert. But this time, I'm not going to the Skull Cavern, for real. I am buying artifact troves and then cut down that one tree. So it's back to the valley we go. Made some more kegs. Cutting down some grass, thinning it out again. It's really fun to watch. Finally, I am removing those fences that are unnecessary. So instead of having the fences there, I'll move the barns up one spot, and that'll create the barrier that I need to keep the pigs from getting into each other's pens. So I put a couple more things in the community center and made silo number 9. So I had planned that I would make 10, but I actually have room for 11. Some more donations to Gunther. And received some more rewards that I will likely leave there with him forever. I went to the Skull Cavern and I found some warp totems in a treasure room, which is awesome. Working on my melon wine. I got hella caught up on Sebastian. He's easy to get caught up on, if you know what I mean. I ordered Robin to make a deluxe barn. So with that barn fully upgraded, I'll gain access to pigs. Collected these oak resin, more kegs. More kegs. Ran out of space, so these ones have to sit outside. Which means I'm gonna need to build another shed. Did some more tree harvesting over at my tree farm. That is that shed that I said I needed to build. I'm gonna go ahead and build another one of those somewhere. It's so disorganized. It'll come together, though, don't worry. I worked on some more smelting to support my large amounts of kegs I've been building. Sometimes I just sit there and wait for them to be done and then put the next round in. What else am I gonna do? Taking care of my animals. What's super funny about this run is that I actually don't love taking care of the animals, but that's all this is gonna be eventually. I upgraded the shed into the large shed because it's highly superior. And moved those kegs into it. I didn't put anything in the kegs yet though, because I like them to all be ready at the same time. So I need more wood and more hardwood, so just chopping all that down. Went back to Marnie and bought a sheep for the wool for the community center. Benoni is your name. It's an absolutely normal name. Bought the shears as well. A bunch of my pumpkins were ready, so I went ahead and picked those. And it is almost the last day, so I won't be planting anymore. Then I went to Robin and got her to make silo number 10. So I have reached the number of silos that I had wanted to make, but there is room for one more. And it is my favorite festival, so I made sure to go to Spirit's Eve and collect my golden pumpkin. It is completely unnecessary, but I love it. And I really like Halloween in real life, too. A lot like collecting the Galaxy Sword, this festival for me doesn't get old. Unfortunately, it does have to end. On the last day of fall year 1, I tended to the animals. Collecting that milk. There's a large goat milk, that's awesome. And some wool. Nope, just kidding. They're too young. Then I picked my pumpkins. And I harvested all of the grass. So that in version 1.5, the grass will die over the winter. So I might as well just scythe it all and collect as much hay as possible. And then I removed all the sprinklers and the scarecrows because this is going to vastly change over winter and look more like a gigantic pig farm. And that is it for this one. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!